on my heart. You know, So I just want to read it, and I want to provide some of my feelings because oddly enough, it touched me in a lot of different ways. Not like the creepy old man touch. Not like the creepy old man touch, but I felt some kind of way while reading it for personal reasons.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So I'm gonna start with just reading out. I'm gonna edit. It ain't I don't need to do personal stuff all in the universe. But anyway, it starts off saying, "My soul is sick. My youngest daughter. Um, I text my youngest daughter last night. She goes to college, and I saw there was a major storm in the area. And he said, this morning I saw she replied to my text. She asked me not to contact her anymore. She feels as though I wasn't there for her when she needed me the most. No background for that, so no idea what's all in that part. She isn't willing to know the truth and wants me to validate her feelings. Once again, that provided literally no information at all, so we can't even delve into that part. She said, he says, I told her we could sit down and talk about the truth and love because what she thinks isn't the truth. She chooses to believe the lies her mother fed her. Her mom was keeping her from me. Once again, lot of unpacking to do right there. We don't have enough detail. To continue, I told her that I respect her request and that I have and always will love her and be here for her when she is ready to know the truth. I'm praying that God opens her eyes and hears her heart, heals her heart. She thinks her mom is the only one that has been there for her. This is only because her mother has isolated her, then told her lies about me and my family. I know God is doing a deep work, but it doesn't stop the pain in my soul, only comforts it. All right. So,
Oh,
any questions? Did that
is
make any sense?
no, it makes sense to me.
Okay,
So first off, I want to say that he's being blindsided at this point now, as he
I
because
get that.
because at this point he normally communicates her with all the time.
Which is weird because he just said that the moms kept him from her.
Yeah.
So
So so so so he been communicating with her all the time, and then as we keep reading, we learned that mom and him, not a good relationship, but
hmm
also the mother has been keeping the dad away XYZ from her.
hmm
But still, he has still been in constant contact with his daughter, especially now in college, right? Because she's in college now, right? It's not like senior year, junior year, whatever. He said, I'm in college now. The weather's bad. I was checking on make sure things good, right?
yeah,
Right?
right,
And
yeah.
all of a sudden she hit him with the, oh, don't text me no more.
I mean, do you know how bold you have to be to tell somebody, a parent, not to contact you anymore?
Yeah, yeah, that
That
does.
that's a huge bold. I mean, this ain't some random person you knew as a friend or something. This is a parent.
And most likely, if he's that father who's keeping in touch with his daughter in college, I could almost guarantee you he is signing off on those student loans. If not signing student loans, he's
Something.
daddy, I need some lunch money or XYZ.
Book
He
fees,
book fees and all
spending
that.
money.
So so either A, I'm jumping the gun here. Either A, she run across either a little boyfriend or somebody or
hmm
whatever that's providing her a little bit of money, so she don't need her pop that she been in constant contact over the years. Now we don't know the full details of the relationship. I don't know if it's just recently she and Cos now they got close together and now she's like, no, I want. But my thing is, what changed all of a sudden now? And what makes you think at any given moment that you can sit there and tell me don't XYZ you no more? Now is this
hmm
after the fact because I signed the student loans and everything and you in college now? Now you don't need me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like
I do.
so were you being nice to me just so I can get in college and all of a sudden now I don't need you no more?
It,
Because then she said my mom, my mom kept you
yeah,
away.
only my mom's been there for me. Listen, you know what? And I'm gonna put myself in that boat. I imagine that conversation coming from one of my kids. Me and their mom is divorced.
Okay.
Um, I pay child support. I pay a guap on child support every month. Okay, it is in the beginning it was a huge financial burden. This wasn't no, oh yeah, let me go ahead and pay the equivalent of a car note. Nah, like multiple car notes, more like a house damn note. Okay, so
Got you.
this wasn't no insignificant sum I was just throwing over there to get her off my back. So when I did spend time with my kids, there wasn't a whole bunch of play money. I mean, honestly, every extra I had, your mom's took that, bro. The first couple years was tough. I
Right.
was struggling to survive,
Hmm.
but it ain't my place to tell a kid about how
Oh
money
yeah.
flow in my pocket. It ain't, you don't need to know that.
Right.
It's my job is to make it happen, and I did. I have been. But if my son came to me without knowing exactly how much I am going to, I've given his mom directly out of my pocket. Real talk. Let's be honest. I'll be honest with anybody, but after taxes, I mean not after taxes, but all said and done, till my son turned 18 years old, I will have paid about at least 100K after taxes.
And this is, mind you, this starting with their what? Six? What's the youngest age?
Well, I got divorced. He was 11.
Okay, but okay, so from 11, just so imagine if it
Turned
was
18.
right. So imagine if it was even younger, it'd be more money.
Apologize.
No, I'm just saying. Just imagine if it's more. So from
Exactly.
11 to 18, that's 7 years, and you pay over 100,000 for two.
For him and his brother.
Wow.
So, but at the same time, Daddy, can I have? Daddy, can I have that? No, Daddy literally doesn't have it. Now, of course, time goes by, my cash flow improves, and I can go back to enjoying my life
Right.
because the burden is lessened. Doesn't change the fact that in the beginning, when I was telling you no all the time, and I'm still not going to tell you yes all the time right now,
Of course.
because I'm still giving your mama a guap of my income. This isn't. It didn't stop, and it won't stop till you turn 18.
Right. And before people jump in and say, "Well, you had the kids," mind you, everybody said we had the kids. We did. Didn't take her. Didn't take me. So it took
Yeah.
both of us, right?
I,
But that's not
well,
good. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna lay this challenge down. Listen, for real, for real. I Anybody who steps to me with that line of reasoning had better be ready for the receipts because I have mine. You do not assume and keep your native comments to yourself when it comes to that because yeah, both of us made decisions, but when you get it from a divorce attorney
Uh-huh.
and a divorce lawyer, it ain't nothing free or reasonable about what's going on in that. And I am not going to sit here and have you defend the indefensible
Mm,
because just because it's the law doesn't mean it's right.
facts.
And for all of y'all who thinking that's BS, I saw something on Facebook that said the truth. At one point, slavery was the law. That does not mean it was right in any form or fashion. So
Woo.
that's my opinion when it comes
That's a
to
good one.
family courts and stuff. Just because it's the law don't mean it's right. And if you think you're right, you better bring the receipts because I'll drop hammers on that subject. Anyway,
Back to the topic.
back to the topic. But no, for real. But this is just about my kid.
Right.
Now, I imagine my son saying something to me along those lines. Dad,
Wow.
Mom took care of me. You weren't there for me, and I don't want to talk to you no more.
That's gonna hurt. First off.
Because you're in college. That means that you had a decent upbringing. Hopefully, you passed your tests in school. You
Mm.
had school supplies. You had books.
You
probably
wouldn't.
after school activities. You probably did all that. You did all of that, even though I wasn't there because we were divorced. You did all of that on my dime, most likely. So when you say you weren't there for me, what do you mean I wasn't there?
Physically.
Yeah, because my love is manifest in the monies I spent.
Ooh,
The,
what does that mean? Your love is manifest. Explain that to people. Because some
well,
people
I
not
mean,
get that.
it's just something I came up with or came across. I won't even lie and tell you anything like I created it. But you know, in my mind, when you say my love is manifest, it's tangible. My I might not tell you I love you. I might not be there to tuck you in at night. I'm not saying you don't need to be tucked in. I'm not saying you don't need to be told love.
Right.
But if I was working late, if I you don't know how many hours of overtime I have to work to make sure you keep food on the table. When you turn on the lights and they work, when you pick up your cell phone and press send or surfing the internet, all of that is my effort put into your life for you because I love you. It's manifestation. The house, studio, all of this is manifestations of effort that somebody put in to make it happen. because it could all be still on a shelf on a box in a store.
Facts.
It's here now because you put in the effort to manifest this reality for yourself, right?
Right. I agree.
Well, same for my kids. Them Jordans didn't buy themselves. I damn sure didn't make them, but they did not buy themselves. They did not. That the gas in the car did not just magically fill up the tank. Somebody spent money to fill up that tank. Somebody paid the car note so you can have that car. So when you say mom was the only one there for me, if you're a deadbeat, that might be true. But a lot of fathers, it sounds like this guy saying that she believed in the lies.
Right.
Sounds like this dude probably put in a heck of a lot more in the background that the mom straight up looked her in the face and lied about.
Hmm.
Well, my other argument, I mean, the rest of my argument comes in as I work for my money. I earn it. I put in the effort for it.
Right.
You're not gonna guilt me into spending my money in a way that I don't want to. So if you are bold enough to look me in my face and tell me not to call you no more, you are an adult. You can make that adult decision. You will not be retracting that on a whim. You won't be calling me one day, Dad, I'm sorry, and I'm in trouble. Because honestly, you forfeiting a hell of a lot more. Excuse me for
You
I'm
good.
work that out.
Right.
But you forfeiting a heck of a lot more than just having this random dude calling you. You always gonna want your daddy. And you gonna pay for that statement. That's my opinion. And honestly, for my kids, knowing the price I paid to even get to this point, I wish my kid would do some stuff like this. I don't, dude. I would, I walk, I would sell my house, sell all my stock, cash out all my bank accounts, and move to Africa before I was trying to be there for you to one day come back in the future. I don't need your future apology. If you do something to them, I need you to apologize to them. I'm not living my life hoping 10 years from now you'll feel some kind of way about this.
And my thing is this, young folks, if you do have that resentment towards your mother or towards your father, right? And I get it, it happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
But before you jump off the deep end with no scuba gear or no, life
Yeah,
jacket,
no parachute.
no parachute, nothing. First off, I would say this: sit down and have a grown up conversation. Because I mean, you had a grown up thought process to tell me not to call you no more. Basically, now regardless, if you want to be face to face with me, cool. Let's be over the phone then. Whatever you want to do it, I'm cool with it. But at least have that conversation to get all the details. If
Mm-hmm.
you want to lay on the line, just lay on the line right now.
Basically.
Let's lay it on the line. From point A, point B. I can tell you everything in every detail, what I did wrong, what you did wrong, and I'll let you make the decision. But what you're not gonna do is guilt me and pretty much throw a dagger in my heart because at the end of the day, I still was a baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it is. I have a daughter, so that would hurt if my baby girl would tell me, "Daddy, you want from me," and Daddy, that regardless of the situation of me,
Mm-hmm.
the mother had, like, damn, that's how you feel.
That's
Like,
how, for real.
like you gonna
That's what.
call me on the phone and tell me don't ever call you again?
Wow. And
The
and I'm
person, the person that gave you life. And I understand situations happen, young folks. People go through it all day, but you have to understand there's always two sides of stories.
always.
I understand you may be there with your mother all day, all night. You may be with your father all day, all night. But there's always two sides of the story. Before you jump off the deep end, just have the conversation because words do hurt and they do cut deep, and you can't get that back. Now, that man there we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
he may have the heart to say, you know what, I understand where she's coming from. I'll give her time, right? That may be him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being honest with you. If regarding my situation, how it turns out, if any of my kids were to say that to me, oh, I'm not saying you did to me, but what I'm saying is that you don't gotta worry about me no more. Because at the end of the day, I that's simple. That's the three basic things. If they can get through those three in life with no problems, you did your job. Now, all the other additional stuff, they love you. That's all additional stuff. That's all. That's all
Well, I just
sprinkles on top of it. My opinion.
I want to add that for you to be a well-rounded person, you do need the sprinkles.
Yeah, yeah.
Outside of if I just give you the basic necessities of life, and honestly, as a father, I'm not there because I'm divorced. So I'm not there to be there and tuck you in. That's why you need women. That's why you need a spouse. So one of us is doing this part where the other does this part. That's why the whole thing works. Because if I just honestly, if I just turn you loose with just giving you the necessities of life, I'm turning loose an animal.
That's true.
So if I don't want to do that. But your mom, not me, or the other person, made it difficult, if not outright impossible, for me to be there for you. And in that situation, the best I could do was the necessities. I'm not saying this, and you're an adult now. You're in college. We can, I would, dude, I would move heaven and earth to fix or change the separation between my kids and their mother. It just didn't work out. It is what it is. But if my son has to know, my child has to know that I love them. If they don't feel like I love them right here in their heart, you're not gonna get somebody 20 to love you as a parent because they hate you as a kid. You can't apologize to the 10-year-old kid in somebody's heart.
No, that's true. I mean, it's a habit. Just like if you have a little kid, if you let them get away with not cleaning room and doing small things as a child, when they get to a teenager, they're not gonna do it because they didn't do it when they was younger, and they're going.
Exactly.
It's like, what? I'm not doing this, and you can't break a habit if you've been spoiling someone for decades,
Exactly.
for years.
And they can break their own habit. They can break the habit on their own.
But it's their choice at
But
that point.
but you as a parent, you can't change that kid's heart. A bad kid is a bad kid to you because that's how they have learned to interact with you.
That's true.
So
Hey, there's no beating and nothing else you can do at the point. Once they get to a certain point of the thing on their own, is out. You lost that child. You lost the opportunity.
But
lost full control.
And then I want to add this so that we understand the differentiation. When you before you 18 years old, you are a kid, and I am obligated to break my back to raise you. I am obligated. But once you turn 18 and you are an adult making adult decisions, if I was dating a woman and she told me she didn't want to see me anymore, what would I do?
Keep it moving.
So if a grown woman, because my kid is my kid, but she is at this point, what is she?
A grown woman.
And if a grown woman tells you to leave her alone, what should I do?
Keep it moving.
There you go. So a grown person telling me they don't want me in their life, I'm gonna respect your decision. But you think I ain't bending. I'm not. I swear to God, I'll move my monkey butt to Africa before I sit around waiting for an adult to apologize to me. I don't accept no grown people apologies if I gotta wait for it. You know you did me wrong. You know you did something wrong. If you think I did something wrong, confront me as an adult. Tell me what I did wrong. Explain to me what I did wrong.
But, give me the opportunity to explain myself.
But I'm not treating no adult like she's 5. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not chasing you down and trying to win back your heart or whatever it may be at this point.
And the worst part about it, I can already see her using him. I'm gonna be honest with you. She's gonna be using him like an ATM for the rest of her life. Daddy, I need XYZ. And then the moment she get mad and she wanna act out, you ain't never loved me anyway. And she got him on the emotional roller coaster.
That's true.
And I can see that happening easy.
Yeah.
Just saying. I feel some kind of way because whatever was in her spirit to tell her father that if he did something wrong, like touched her or molested her as a kid, totally justified. I get that. I wouldn't. But if she's just doing it out of some spite because of something her mama said to her, that's fine when you're 10. That's fine when you're 15. You're an adult. If this is how you react as an adult, if this is how you see the world as an adult, I failed as a parent. I messed up. And the best thing I can do is leave you alone. I might need to go to a community center and mentor some other kids. And hopefully I can do better because obviously I failed you.
Right.
But I'll be dang blasted if I'm going to wait for an adult to come back to me like, maybe she'll have a change of heart. No, I don't need that.
Yeah, not most men. Most men got that pride. Like, who's she talking to?
What Maya Angelou said. What did Maya Angelou say?
I don't know what he said.
When they tell you who they are,
you believe them.
You believe them. And as an adult, if an adult tells me who you are, who she is, I believe you.
Yeah. I mean, it goes both ways too. Because I heard boys talk.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, same. I'm just using this dude, but I got sons. I don't have daughters.
Right.
But the same conversation with my son, I, I wouldn't let any man disrespect me. You think I'll let my son disrespect me? No, I'm not letting no man disrespect me. Once my son turns 18, guess what he becomes?
Man.
Once again, what you want me to do? You want me to fold like a wet napkin in front of my son,
Right.
but I'm still supposed to maintain my manhood against around other men?
And then on
That's,
top of
that
that
doesn't
too,
work at
and
all.
then listen, on top of that too, as far as being a son or being a man, because he's no longer a son once he made that statement. Now he's just another man. So at this point now,
He's he's another man that I care a little bit more about than the average dude.
Correct.
That's it. You're a grown man that I actually like a little bit more than other random dudes.
Also, but what I'm saying is too, like, also watch your tone too, because what you're not gonna do is talk to me crazy, because at that point we can. Oh, you feel some type of way? Oh, let's pull up. I'll come to you. What you want me to do?
Why? But why he gonna watch his tone? Why they gonna watch their tone? Because they grown.
You grown now.
You grown.
Yeah, you grown now, and then secondly you cross that line. You cross that line. You know what I'm saying? Daughter, get away with because she's a girl. I get it, but son, when you cross, like, whoa.
Wow, that's a different topic. But I'm not letting. You know what? Women get away with way too much. This ain't no hateful thing. The interaction between men and women is garbage right now.
That's true.
Even the fact that you were willing to give her a small sliver of, I guess you would say, benefit of the doubt, is wrong. You talked to me like you because she spoke to him as if she could. You spoke to him.
That's
there
true.
was no disrespect to any part of her and what he read, there was no respect. She didn't even want to hear your side of the story.
Now I'm done with you. I'm saying XYZ and that's it. Boom.
Okay.
You right.
I'm not looking at her as a man or a female. An adult said this to me. Now, because she is a woman and the laws are on women's side, I cut women even less slack because you know that I can't really say nothing to you.
Right.
I can't harass you. You're a woman.
Right.
And she could ruin. That's a daddy, but she could still just say, "Hey, he touched me when I was 10, and his life is ruined."
Yeah, that's true.
If my daughter want me up out, I'm like, you know what? Are you sure this is what you want? Yes. I think, and I'm living because here's another thing for everybody who don't know: when you get older, you expect your kids to take care of you. You want your kids to take care of you. Yeah, but as a grown man, you can't bank on that now time.
No, not at all.
So I'm not even banking on you being there for me in my old age. Mm-hmm. You really don't owe me nothing, and if that's how you feel right now, I'm on my own.
Oh yeah, let me start preparing myself for this for me.
I might as well live for me. It ain't the right way to do it, but you the one told me how you felt. I didn't tell you, my son, I don't want you to call me no more because I'm tired of being your father. Never say no crap like that.
Facts.
So if you felt comfortable enough to say that to me, Maya Angelou, when somebody tell you who they are, you believe them.
Believe them.
Just saying. R.I.P.
Mike. So once again, people, we're about to wrap it up here. I'll just say this once again, as I stated earlier, before young people, because this is really for you. It's really for you, young people. Before you jump off the bridge. Before. So I'm saying, think before you say anything to somebody. Had a conversation to first get a full understanding. Get understanding first. Mm-hmm. And then once you get the understanding, if you feel that's how you need to move, okay, then it's more respectable. But don't expect someone to. They may forgive, but they won't forget. So instead of me in my heart as a man telling that I wasn't there for you and I did XYZ for you, it's gonna be very hard for me to bounce back. And the only way, honestly, for me, in this scenario, the only way I'll bounce back in this scenario is if you have a kid and it has a grandson or granddaughter and you want them to be in their life, I'll talk to them. I'll be in their lives. But as far as with you, we still done. We done. That's the only way you can get me back even around you or even talking to you. If you choose, once again, if they choose to have me around their kids. Because once again, she may not. But if they do, I'm even though me and you are beefing, mom and son, dad and son, whatever case may be, the kids didn't do nothing wrong. The grandkids did nothing wrong. So if they want to know the grandpa, I'm going to tell who grandpa is and X, Y, Z. But to that, outside of that, me and you are done. So
Oh, and I'm sorry. I just want
Go ahead.
to add on to what you said. I like the way you keep saying we're done.
I'm done.
I want to understand, even if you apologize, because
Oh yeah.
same for my ex-wife and all this. I want y'all women to understand this. Not just women, because dudes, I can't even imagine being in a situation this with a guy.
Right.
Guys don't handle their business like this, but if they did, if someone frames their face to look at me and say, "Don't contact me. I don't want you in the life," you can apologize. We can get back to some semblance of a reasonable relationship,
Right.
but the financial portion of our relationship is done. There will be no "Daddy, can you help me?" Dad, I'm done, because I am never gonna forget that dagger you put in my heart.
Facts.
And I'm once again, you felt comfortable enough to say it. Okay, fine. Daddy, I'm here to Daddy. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. That's all right, baby. I forgive you. Okay, I need help with tuition. You need to call your
And on that note, we is done. We out, people.
Peace.
That's a good one.
Yeah, just